What's up, Sumners? We are bringing you live from the game one of game two from the amateur league, and this game is between team. On the blue side, we have team Pew Pew Lasers versus team the red side. Joining me along with me casting today is Loki. Hi Vignesh, how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. So we got an interesting game today. I mean, Pew Pew Lasers versus Shroom JoJo. It's kind of a, I guess, balanced team, you could say. I mean, both of these teams did make their way into the amateur league, and yeah, we got two really good teams going at each other here today. And let's start off with the ban. So, blue team. Coming out with that Teemo ban, and you guys might be thinking that that must be a troll ban, or blue team is kind of doesn't want to waste any good bans because they want to take some type of champions for themselves. But just letting you know, Pew Pew Lasers, I think last game was against Devil's Zone Playground, and I think it was Romero, the top lane for that team, took took Teemo, and Pew Pew Lasers kind of just like underestimated the Teemo, and yeah, that underestimation really bit them in the ass, and yeah, they had a very sad loss against that team because they didn't respect the amount of damage and map presence that Teemo has. So yeah, we do have the Teemo ban coming out and the Blitzcrank. I do think blue team missed one ban, so it could be on their fault or not too sure, but yeah, we do have a general ban coming out, Blitzcrank, and over on the purple team we've got the Zed, Quinn, and Katarina. So two mid lane bans coming out for the purple team. The ruler, what are your thoughts on the Zed and Katarina ban?
I think both these bans have been targeted at their mid laner. Their mid laner very good Zed, I think. Might be one of the reasons their first ban was Zed. And I don't know, what do you think about the Quinn ban? Is it targeted on Pranjal Birdie? Because I think he mains ADC and he plays Quinn very good.
Yeah, Pranjal Birdie is kind of a Quinn main. He plays a lot of Quinn in solo queue. He was actually known in the beginning of the split for that Quinn gameplay, and he hasn't played Quinn a lot like in this tournament. He's played mostly Quinn and Caitlyn, but he has a few really good games on Quinn, and he's really kind of mastered Quinn and is probably better mechanically than any other players at Quinn and knows how to trade. And the blind coming up from Quinn is really annoying. Even though Quinn is not even in the meta, like I don't think she ever was in the meta, but Pranjal Birdie is really known for having that consistent Quinn gameplay. So it's nice to see that. Over in the blue team, we do have a Nunu being picked up from Captain Awesome, and this is actually something kind of different, don't you think? Because we have seen Captain Awesome in the split, and he's been playing junglers like Jarvan and Lee Sin, more of the early game pressure and type of peel for the AD carry type of a jungle gameplay. But instead, he's picking up a Nunu, and we really haven't seen a Nunu in a while. In the LCS, he is played a lot because he's one of those tanky support junglers that can do a bit of damage with his ultimate and snowballs. And yeah, he provides a lot of ward coverage, a lot of mobility to the team, and is just a very great jungler overall. So what do you think about the Nunu jungle in this pick?
I think basically it has to do with the objectives control, because Nunu can always get you a level 2, level 3 dragon. I, being a jungler myself, have tried taking Nunu at 2 minutes after just taking my red buff, and he manages to get you, he's one of the junglers who can get you the first die before anyone else can. So I think they are focusing more on the objective control, and he can also make use of his ultimate and the snow, what do we say, so that snowball. So he can also peel for his carry decent. That is one of the reasons I think that they have picked Nunu over the conventional junglers. Whereas we have on the purple team, they are going with the Kha'Zix jungle. That is after being nerfed, I haven't seen many players playing Kha'Zix jungle because he is having a lot of problem in sustain lately. So although I saw worst LoL Forest was playing Kha'Zix jungle against Nexus Destroyers. So, what are your thoughts about Kazakh's jungle in this meta, Loki?
Yeah, well, as you said earlier, Kazakhs and other junglers have like fallen off in this new patch because the buff to the jungle, jungle monsters do more damage, and yeah, you need to sustain yourself in the jungle. And Kazakhs, even though he has the sustain with his W, he's not as good as a jungle pick right now. Like you have Jarvan, who I'd say is the king of the jungle at the moment. You have Lee Sin, who's probably second best, and then you've got Nunu, who's a really good support jungler, and so on and so on. So Kha'Zix, he was very famous back in season 4. He used to be picked a lot, and he was very viable in the jungle. He used to give a lot of burst damage, getting the Elder Lizard, going for the Brutalizer, and then the Ravenous Hydra. So yeah, Kha'Zix jungle, it's like if you're really confident, I guess you can play him. It comes down to personal preference, but yeah. So yeah, another thing I'd like to talk about is Prunjil Birdie on that
Yeah,
Urgot. So
he's that surprised me. I haven't seen Urgot pick in like ages. So I think this is the first time Urgot has been picked in this tournament, and that as compared to what he what he plays. So what are your thoughts about that?
well, I haven't played a lot of. I don't think I've ever played Urgot. I've seen Urgot once or twice, and I think I've seen him being used once in the LCS. And yeah, I really don't know much about that champion. I do believe his ultimate is where he can stun and potentially switch positions with the
Yeah, he
enemy he
kind of
chooses.
suppresses and changes the position,
Yeah,
just
so
like
I
Warwick
also
suppressed.
the build also for him was kind of weird. I mean, he used to build Iceborne Gauntlet and Miura Mana and all that mana items or such that I forgot the name of that one item. I think Ghostblade or something. I'm not too sure, but yeah, his build is also weird, and I don't know about his laning presence. So not much to say about him. But I'm gonna say that Twitch and Soraka is gonna be having the advantage over in the bot lane because Twitch being the long range AD carry, Twitch also being the true damage AD carry, and even we haven't seen him a lot played recently in the meta. I mean, mostly the AD carry meta revolves around Graves, Lucian, Caitlyn. I'd like to say not much of a Vayne, but Jinx is also very strong. The problem is, in the whichever AD carry has that more wave clear and can push wave faster would probably be strong in the current meta. So, yeah.
One more thing I'd like to point out is that Nunu attack speed steroid doesn't help Argot at all. So I don't know why he picked Argot. He could have gone with a champion like Vayne or something, so that attack speed steroid from and movement speed steroid from Jana and Nunu would have helped him to land more attacks. God basically relies on his spells rather than items and attack speed. This thing has surprised me. So let's see how the bot lane is going to perform against Soraka with the the best healer in this game. He's going to provide Twitch with the tremendous amount of sustain, whereas Jana will only be able to. Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess the bot lane advantage would go to the purple team. Now, let's come down to the mid lane matchup. I mean, Yasuo versus Ari. What do you think?
Who is going to out lane Ahri pre level 6, but after level 6 I think Ahri is going to with her dashes, with her what do we say, her she has 3 rushes, so she Yasuo will have, even if he manages to knock her up, he will have a hard time chasing Ahri. So that's all. If he manages to take 1 or 2 kills before Ahri hits level 6, then the battle will go in favor of Yasuo. So pre-6, I'll give the battle in favor of Yasuo. And what do you think?
Well, yeah, as we know about the Yasuo mid lane, he's very strong at that early 3 levels. In the early 3 levels, he's very strong, and then he basically kind of falls off. I mean, after those 3 levels, he kind of falls off very hard. I mean, he doesn't do any he won't be doing much damage. He's got that mobility and utility with his E and his wind wall, but he's not going to be doing a lot of damage. I mean, he can try his best to harass, but he's not going to do it. And what the main objective for Yasuo is to rush that static shift, because once you rush that static shift as a Yasuo, you get a massive increase in power spike and you suddenly become overpowered again. So yeah, that's the thing with Yasuo, but yeah, Ari
It's
does
going
have a
to come down to how well he's able to block his charms with his wind wall. So we know that Yasuo is capable of blocking Ari's charm. So if he manages to do that, then we can say that Yasuo is going to come on top. But if he gets landed the charm and he finds Kha'Zix waiting in the waiting to gank him, he might have a hard time. That
Yeah,
might be the
indeed. And
reason.
also Ari's skill shots are very, very fast. I mean, once the skill shots go out, they are very fast. They're not like a Lux or an Italy skill shot where you actually have time to dodge. Ari's skill shots are like incredibly fast, and it takes really a lot of skill to dodge them. So yeah, but yeah, as I was saying earlier, if Ari being a range champion, if he can kind of bully out Grimsley after those 3 levels and prevent him as much as possible from completing that static shiv, then I think team fights and just general objective control should go in purple team's favor.
Let's before the game starts, let's quickly move on to the top lane matchup. So we have from blue side, Modic Geyser being picked up against Jace. So what do you think, Loki? Who's going to come on top, blue side or the purple side?
It's hard to say back about in the top lane because Legend W Flary is really known for playing that Mordekaiser. I mean, he can play a Mordekaiser mid, he can play Mordekaiser top, he can play Mordekaiser wherever, and he's just known for that champion alone. And Mordekaiser is just a very annoying champion. I mean, very tanky, does a lot of damage, and also you've got a Jace. And Jace really needs to get his tier as fast as possible, and then probably go for a rush onto his brutalizer or something like that, and he needs to charge his tier up, so he's gonna be pretty weak in the early levels. Like he's only gonna be doing a lot of damage once he completes that tier, so he gets the amount of mana to cast his spells. But in the top lane, one thing I'd like to mention also is that none of these top laners took teleport, so they're gonna be isolated in their lane trying to win it, and whoever like comes out on a bit more CS or whoever gets the better jungle ganks is gonna come out on top since they don't have the teleport. Like Jace cannot teleport down to bot lane, pick up a double kill, and then be ahead over in top lane. He needs to focus on winning his lane, and that's what Mordekaiser needs to do too.
Yeah, exactly. So moving on to the skin, the border battle. This is a battle which always fascinates me. The blue team is winning this battle hands down with 4 gold borders and a silver border, as compared to there are no borders on the purple side. Is this new team, or they haven't played in this ranked this season?
Well, I'm not too sure. I mean, clearly they don't play much solo queue, but we'll see how it goes because they have made their way into the amateur league, and I guess this is the first match of the second day of the amateur league. So I guess they should be doing their research. They should be trying to practice some rank 5 strategies or something like that, and just trying to just play as a team rather than playing as rather than focusing on solo queue. Whereas the blue team over here has really good solo queue potential. I mean, Captain Awesome being a Gold 5 player, then you've got Legend Flary, Gold 5, Pranjal, an ex-Platinum player, Scarlet, Gold 2 player, and yeah, so it depends upon how they play as a team because even though there's a lot of similar stuff you can relate between solo queue and ranked 5s, but if you're like a team if your team like only practices ranked 5s and no solo queue strat, you could be having the upper hand here.
So quickly before the match starts, I'd like to take down the votes for the team. Who do you think is going to win this match? Look, Vish, who do you think is going to come out?
I think blue team hands down. Even though Pranjal Birdie has kind of gotten that ergot, I do think that Captain Awesome. I really don't know how the red team plays. I think I've seen Papalo play. I haven't seen his Twitch, but I've seen just other AD carries, and he doesn't play too bad. But Yeah, I really think blue team is gonna be in the favor just because I know most of these members personally, and yeah, I play a lot of games with these people, so I think it's gonna be purple team.
The
I mean
potential
blue team,
invade
sorry, blue
being
team.
by the blue team. The potential invade is being planned by the blue team. Have managed to sneak into this brush without anyone noticing. Whole team, where, where were they? They were very slow in reacting. They should have placed a ward over there. Let's see what happens. Do they manage to invade this blue buff, or they just going to ward and come back? Traditional pause yet again.
What's your pause timer at?
29, 8:58. Sure.
Alright, yeah, we're kind of at the same time, so that's good.
Um,
Yeah, so like you said earlier, we might have a potential invade coming out from the blue team. I mean, we have three members of we have got the bot lane and jungle of the blue team rushed into the side brush. They're gonna be
I
probably
think
invading. I mean, we have the purple team over there really spread out, and we have Papalu alone just face checking that
which is
brush. I do think.
sneaking somewhere. I think knows that somewhere
We do
is
have Scarlet
someone
revealing herself. The
might
tornado
get
does
caught.
hit. Papalo taking a lot of damage. Urgot doing quite about a good amount of damage at the early level. Will they force a healer flash? Another auto attack is coming out, and very Papalo going very low, and Pranjal Birdie Scarlet taking one tower shot each, but they don't secure the kill. I mean, it wasn't bad to go for that level 1 invade, but then they don't have any CC to do it. But I guess Purple
I,
Team knew about that invade, and they're gonna counter it by taking their blue buff. So,
yeah, exactly.
like,
They know that Nunu is sitting, and Nunu doesn't know that he's sitting on top of a ward. That he
indeed.
not
So, I guess
be the
Captain
blue.
Awesome is gonna solo this. I'm not sure. Yeah, he will be soloing this. There's no other. If bot lane, since bot lane has that warded, I do believe that they should
Mordekaiser
go out and
decides
try
to
and
check this
contest for
blue
that.
buff.
And Legend Flare
Finds
just walking into four members of the red team. Red team getting a little bit damage. Here comes Grimsley trying to do something, but Heavy Blade will smite it and back away. Uh, I kind of think that, what Purple Team should have done is they knew that Nuno's going to be soloing his blue buff, so they should have walked over there and at least harassed him and prevented him from getting the blue buff. But
yeah,
instead, they walk straight down the lane, which I don't know why, but
bot lane could have ganged him. They knew the ward was there exactly. They knew his position and how many members were helping him out. So they knew that he was soloing the blue buff. So at least bot lane could have gotten there and at least tried to delay or prevent the blue buff. They could have harassed Nunu. And at level 1, Nunu doesn't have anything but consume. So
indeed, so yeah, lanes look fairly even right now. Bot lane getting their level 2 first, top lane. Mordekaiser getting harassed a little bit because Jace is a ranged champion. Mid lane also quite solid. Yasuo farming very well against this Ahri, a 10 CS lead, which shouldn't be. It shouldn't be a 10 CS lead this early on into the game. I mean, you are Ahri, you do have the rage advantage. You need to just play a bit aggressive, but now we have Captain Awesome stealing the red of Kha'Zix, and I don't know what Kha'Zix plans on doing at the moment because I potentially think that he just got 3 buff and he doesn't realize it. So I guess he's gonna finish that. He's gonna go check his red, realize it's not there, probably meet Captain Awesome near his rates. Yeah, he realized it's not there. He's trying to check around for it. Captain Awesome. Yeah,
and Nunu is
Captain
staying
Awesome being very low
for
on
a little
HP. The
longer
W
there.
does hit. Heavy Blade trying to do some damage. Captain Awesome doing some damage back. He's calling in Ahri for some help. Ahri needs to. She flashes. The charm does not hit. Heavy Blade also backing off with the fear of Yasuo there, and just a very, very. I don't even know what to say. That was poorly played by by the red team. I mean, they had the advantage. They saw Nuno counter jungling. They could have killed him, but they didn't, and the mischarm by Ahri was really crucial. So.
A very important summoner is being burned by the red team. Jace has no ignite now. He burned when they were invading their blue buff. And now Ari does not have a flash.
Yeah, indeed. So, both summoners lost on the on the purple team side. It doesn't look good for their solo laners. Although they need to make something in the bot lane. They hopefully need their bot lane to win and to hopefully force them to carry that. But now we have Captain Awesome again spotting out a ward. Heavy Blade noticing that Captain Awesome has the red buff, so he doesn't want to fight. And Yasuo doing a very good job farming in this mid lane. I mean, 32 CS to a 9 CS already. I have no idea what is she doing at this stage. I mean, she's not even, she doesn't even want the CS. She's trying to last
He's
it, but
just
she doesn't. Yeah, she doesn't even know how to last it under turret.
he's just sitting at 6 CS, and that's hardly 1/6 of what Yasuo is at.
Indeed, and in a lane where Ori should try and be winning at the moment, and which she isn't. So, no, Yasuo sitting on like, yeah, she's sitting on 1,000 gold at the moment. He can probably go back get a Zeal and still be stronger than the Ori will be at the moment.
I think Nunu is still looking to counter jungle. He's spending more. He hasn't cleared his own blue buff yet, and he's still roaming in Kha'Zix's jungle. So he doesn't care about his jungle. He just wants to counter jungle as much as possible. He's looking for the Grum of purple side. Doesn't
Indeed, and I
find.
don't think that Nunu should be counter jungling at this stage. I mean, he can easily just outfarm a Kha'Zix just by, normally taking his jungle creeps, but he's wasting a lot of time trying to counter jungle. I don't know why. And as we all know, counter jungling is not very rewardative in this season alone. I mean, yeah, it's just one of those things that like isn't very awarded. Like, just staying there and farming your own jungle would be better than just trying to counter jungle or so. So I don't know what's the big
Early,
deal here, but Ari badly needing the CS and Yasuo just preventing the Ari from CSing.
So it used to work earlier seasons when the bigger camp, the bigger monster used to give you more XP as compared to the smaller wraiths and wolves. But now they have redistributed the XP given by the smaller wraith and smaller camps. So they also gave a considerable amount of XP. So that's why Kha'Zix has been able to be at par with Nunu on levels, even though he hasn't been able to take as much camps as Nunu. So I haven't, I don't see anything that's coming out from his counter jungling as of yet. Both the junglers are
Yeah, I think
sitting on
it's time
pretty.
for Kha'Zix to start ganking now because you are a Kha'Zix, you can't really start farming your jungle forever. You need a gank. I mean, you have a Mordekaiser who literally has no mobility up in the top lane, and you have a Jace who can at least speed up with his R, turning him into a melee champion. So top lane should be a lane a Kha'Zix should be looking towards the gank, and it's also not warded. So, and I really don't know why he isn't ganking that lane. I mean, Legend Flurry has it pushed up all the way. It's not warded. Even if it was warded, he would at least have to burn a flash or so. So I'm not too sure what
As he
Kha'Zix is doing, but he's gonna try and take
may
his
get
red buff. Yeah, Grimsley's
may
gonna
get
spot him
caught
out and
out
kill
by
him.
Yasuo coming from blue side. Although he was very, he bought a pink ward to do his blue buff. Knew that Nunu at some point would like to come and counter jungle him. But even that pink ward was unable to help him secure his first blue buff. So Yasu coming to help him.
Indeed, so even by just like no kills or towers being taken in the map, just by the CS lead alone, I mean in the mid lane 66 CS to 22 CS, in the top lane 68 CS to 29 CS. I mean, yeah, this team really has some things to do, and now I guess blue team just setting their sights up on the first dragon. I don't think it's gonna. I think it's
Taking
gonna be an
advantage
uncontested
of
dragon.
the Nunu pick. So although they could have taken the dragon, Nunu could have taken the dragon much earlier. He could have soloed it, but I don't think so. He wanted to take the risk of getting caught in the the dragon pit, soloing it. Very safe approach still now from the blue team. They secure the first dragon.
Yeah, so Free
going to
Dragon
be.
going on the purple team side, and this looks really good for them. I mean, they've got two of their solo lanes just wrecking in CS lead alone. You've got the jungler who's also up against Kha'Zix in CS and just, three buffing and potentially four buffing him right now. And you have them taking a dragon. So, you've just got so much advantages alone right now that, like, if the game just keeps going at a pace like this, then blue team is just gonna win this easily. I mean, just a 3k gold from CS and buffs alone, and
And Nunu steals
Kha'Zix.
Kha'Zix's red buff
Over in the
again, but
top lane, we do have Jace and Mordecai are going very aggressive on each other. Here comes Heavy Blade coming down with the E, forcing Legend Flurry to flash. But we have Captain Awesome coming up
oh,
with his
he just
four
oh
buffs,
he
and
manages to take him down right before Ult ran down. So
I'm not too sure
Kha'Zix
how
was
that went up, but I think, yeah, actually, I'm not too sure how that happened.
the ignite got him at last.
But then
Right
that'll
from
be the
Mordecai, he
first
was
tower
kicking on
of
his
the
head.
game. Going to purple team, taking out that tower. Kha'Zix very, very behind in the jungle, just very behind. I mean, he's trying to play aggressive against a level 9 top laner and just can't. I mean, if Legend Flurry does go all in, he could take the kill on a Kha'Zix, but he doesn't. And meanwhile, bot lane just having some small engages here, and since Yasuo has been out of a lane for a while, it has helped Ari, try and at least attempt to catch up in CS. She's right now 33 CS against a 93 CS Yasuo. So yeah, I have no idea still what Ari is trying to do. I guess trying to rush an hourglass to prevent the burst coming out from Yasuo, but I don't
Yasuo
think
got
yeah,
just
Yasuo
by
has
farming in the mid lane alone, he managed to get his first item, core item of at a static shiv. So now we will see a good wave clearance from Yasuo and power spike coming in no, mid game.
Indeed, and since Captain Awesome already has all of his has basically four buffed the two buffed the Kha'Zix, he can right now give a red over to his mid laner, and now I'm looking to see some aggressive play coming out from Grimsley because he's got that red, he's got that static shift. One ulti could just win mid lane, and he's going for it. Charm is being hooked. The ultimate from Ari is also being used for escape, but you can just see with the damage. And meanwhile, in the bot lane, we do have an engaged Captain
We
Awesome
missed
picking up
double
one kill,
in that
but now
team
Heavy
picked up.
and Papalo taking up another kill. Good trade coming over in the bot lane.
While the red buff was being given over to, we missed a double king being picked up by the witch. So as predicted, the red team came on top of blue team in bot lane because there's nothing much you in the Urgot can do. His spells were on cooldown. So Twitch being able to pick 2 for 0 in that trade.
Indeed, and I don't really think Punjavarti should be trading at this stage. I mean, you just got your Mira mana completed. I mean, sorry, mana immune, and you need to stack your Mira mana. So, it's kind of not advisable for him to be exchanging trades, and he should just be farming up as much as possible. So, you guys saw there. I mean, they went for the exchange with bot lane, and the Twitch came out on top. So this just to show you guys that you really need to start scaling with the Urgot and shouldn't be playing aggressive too early in the level. But I don't really think it would matter. I mean, he's still ahead in CS, and they have the two solo lanes doing a lot of work. So even though bot lane has messed up, I guess, a little bit, they still have their two solo lanes to carry them in out of this game, and so yeah, they should be fine. But it's now up to the purple team's bot lane to actually get some more kills and try and push and try and carry this game, because they're the only lane that is actually winning at this stage.
Nunu is not going to let Kha'Zix stay in his own jungle also. Has been constantly, with the help of Yasuo and himself, he has been
Oh, now Legend
making
Flurry going very aggressive on to Jace. Jace taken very low. The ignite and the ultimate is ticking. Jace is still bleeding out from that from that
he's
ulti
going to
and ignite,
survive.
but he does survive with some health pots. And over in the jungle area of the red team. We might have an engaged Captain Awesome taking a bit of damage. Grimsley coming in and putting out a lot of damage. Meanwhile, Kha'Zix is also there. The follow-up from the blue team's bot lane is coming. Kha'Zix looks like he's going to go down. Good ultimate coming out by Grimsley. That'll be a double kill onto Urgot. And now Papalo's the only one left. Small Twitch. Ultimate being used by Urgot, and Yasuo will be taking the shutdown GP. So, wow, a very good aggressive play. I mean, you know, purple team should have saw that one coming. I mean, you have the lanes that are in ahead. Meanwhile, mid lane, Yasuo's 100 CS in ahead of Ahri. I mean, he does have a red buff. You know that Nunu has been contesting for your
The
buffs, and you need to start warding in your own jungle.
dragon is
Whereas,
about to spawn in 10 seconds, 5 seconds. The second dragon will also be going in favor of blue team unless the purple team is very far, base, and they don't have TP also to reach there in time. The time the purple team reacts, the second dragon would have been taken by the blue team.
indeed, so second dragon is taken by the blue team, and now the ice ball going on to Ahri. Ahri forcing to use a spirit rush to get out of that situation, and you know, this is what happens. Like, even if you're losing in CS by a few numbers, it's all right. But when you're basically like 100 farm behind, you've basically that's pretty much like going 0-3 or 0-4 in lane. Meanwhile, bot lane Papalo trying to play aggressive onto Prunjal Birdie does take him down to half HP. The heal of Soraka does come out, and Papalo will be winning that bot lane exchange trade. And meanwhile, Libot kind of found Grimsley over in the mid lane. Ignite is taking on both champions. Grimsley being the more aggressive one. He will take the kill onto Jace, but he will go down onto the he will go down to Ahri, and I guess that's a 1-for-1 trade there.
Exactly, he I think underestimated that he might be around, and he managed to land a charm on Yasuo and kill him.
Meanwhile, we have another bot lane engage coming out. Papalo going very aggressive. The ulti is being used by Prunjal Birdie. The heals and the good monsoon coming out from Scarlet with the disengage, but Soraka trying to play a bit more aggressive. Here comes Kha'Zix. Ultimate coming up. Scarlet is in a bad position right here. He's gonna get slowed. CC goes on him. The tornado comes up, and another disengage coming out from Janna again, but Soraka playing a little bit more aggressive, taking a lot of damage. Flash being used. Meanwhile, top lane is pushing for that inhibitor turret, while the bottom lane is just trying to 1v3 right here. Lolalo taken very low. He will go down to Prunjal Birdie, and just a very stunning performance coming out in the blue team. I mean, blue team just shows you right here that if you can, you don't need kills to crush your lane. If you can just keep shoving your minion lanes into the turret and prevent the other team from CSing, you will come out on top. And they're just playing very well along with the jungle aggression. And meanwhile, over in the top inhibitor turret, Mordekaiser are getting caught out a bit. The charm does land, and now
Mordekaiser takes down Jace. In the meanwhile, he may even himself die in the process. They went in too deep. What do you think? The Baron is spawning in 2 minutes. So will they go for the Baron now that head? They can go for the Baron at 20 minutes.
User in your channel timed out.
So now we can see that blue team is already 8k gold, 9k gold ahead of the red team. That potential, that counter jungling did work in favor of blue team by Nunu. They will manage to come on Yasuo. And beautiful play by Yasuo. He manages to take down kills for 0. So I think this will be the first inhibitor turret for the blue team. Yeah, exactly. They managed to take down the red team's middle inhibitor turret before the red team could respond in time. Now they might be going to steal red team's blue buff. Yeah, exactly. Nunu already has a blue buff. He might be giving over this blue buff over to Argot. So in the meanwhile, Yasuo has completed his water pickaxe. Now he might be looking to complete his lot of gold sitting on him. Triple kill. Yasuo is sitting at 3k gold now. So the first item that he'll be buying back is axe. Things are not looking good for the red team so far. 3 kills that the red team has on 3 kills on the Twitch and 2 kills on 6, as I suspected, has not been able to make much impact in this game because he was being counter jungled by Nunu all the time. Got any farm that he would have. So are they going for the Peter? So Mode has managed to kill Jace in the process. Sorry, just killed Twitch. And now he'll be able to kill Jace also. So this might well be the first inhibitor for the blue team. Using her Spirit Rush, but unable to stop the blue team from taking down their inhibitor. They might well take the second inhibitor down as well. Second inhibitor also goes down. One of the fastest games I have ever seen. Mature league so far. So also manages to kill 2 people and he's still going strong and will survive. So 2 for 0 exchange and going in the favor of blue team yet again. They are not going to recall or go for the Baron. They want to do some damage on the Nexus turrets for the back off. The dragon has also spawned. Might go for the dragon or just keep on pushing with their super minions. Jace hasn't been able to complete any of his core items. He has not been able to buy a Maramune or a Black Cleaver, sitting on a Brutalizer and a Tear of Goddess. But he hasn't been able to deal much damage in team. Yasuo takes down the dragon in the meanwhile. Argot and Mode push the Nexus turret. I think Argot is going to go down in the process, and Mode takes a revenge kill on Kha'Zix. and he also manages to kill Jace. So Pew team has taken down all the inhibitor turrets, and the third inhibitor will also go down. They are looking to end this game as fast as possible. They don't want to waste any more time. Game like the red team is all they don't have any answer to this play by the blue team. So Yasuo feeling a hurry in the meanwhile he's going ban mode 1v3. He will go down in the so this might well be GG for the red team. What he wants to include a member of his of the red team in his team. So he took down Jace before they finished the game, and well played both the teams.